starting off on, of course, Fortress of Lions, because the only other flavor is Apocalypse sometimes.
Sometimes a Western Air Temple, but of course, you can't go wrong with the Fortress of Lions. Jeff Wardo, no surprise to see him on that Undertaker Loras on the Kaya, already starting off strong with the spear, going for some pogos. More. Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Oh, geez, this is actually a really strong start
Still
here.
More?
Oh, okay. I was going to say, can you please get back to the stage? Jeff does finally find a way back there. Now has the hammer in hand. Didn't even get to use the orb, I think. Maybe just a hit or two, but that's about it.
Yeah, it took a lot of damage for that, and oh, that's going to get past the weapon toss, and that's a double for the KO. Loras starting off real strong against Jeff Wardo.
And you know what, that's exactly what I want to see too, especially when you just have a loss and you're kind of like expected to get right back on and play again, especially on stream. That can be a bit of a daunting task sometimes, but you know what, that mental reset seems to be coming through here, and Loras is doing a great job of applying some great pressure.
I mean, it is worth mentioning both of these guys are on the elimination side of things. Both of them have taken an L, but also taken some W's to get to this point. Loras keeping that pressure going for some more neutral airs, but here comes Jeff Wardo. Can he get some power play?
Oh, okay, that was a play that you went for, and you almost got heavy punished for it too, but Loras just was not ready for it. Probably because he was just as shocked as the rest of us that you kind of went for that.
I mean, that's kind of Jeff Wardo's style, right? Like, he likes to go for those wild signatures, likes to go for some tricky stuff that'll catch some people off guard. Loras, though, once again, back onto the stage, downlight, gets that pogo as well.
And there we go. Yep, Loras putting him right back off stage here, but Jeff gonna be recovering high, but yeah, gonna be sent right back off to the other side of the stage here. Now bow in hand, goes for the weapon toss, burns the air dodge there. Now it's just a matter of just trying to get back down to the ground. Jeez.
Yeah, he could not get away from Loras at all. Another pogo, not gonna be a KO tool. Here comes Jeff, side light, side air, and it does finish. Looked for a moment there that Loras had some movement, but maybe knew he didn't have the options.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was, because I feel like I saw Loras do something. But,
yeah.
But, you know, maybe it was just like, all right, you know, I know I'm not going to be able to do it. Let's just get back to the stage. Let's just keep running it. And, yeah, Loras just going to try and make it work as best as possible. But now Jeff doing a fantastic job controlling the center stage here. And that's kind of what I think is going to be the name of the game. You know, just onesies, twosies, you know, build up damage as you can.
Dude, Jeff's doing a really good job kind of short hopping over the options from Loras and then going for those long reaching. He goes for those falling side airs or those down airs. This is one thing that Orb's really good at doing. There's another down air. It's really good at spacing out opponents.
Oh, weapon toss, not gonna be able to get that hit. But that's fine. Jeff comes right back and hey, I got a boot for you. Sends him way out there and just not gonna be able to recover.
Yeah, I didn't have the movement, didn't even bother going for the gravity cancel and the classic stall move of the Thors way back in the day, but once again, back onto the stage, picking up the orb.
Okay, ooh, wow, okay, I'm just gonna
quick and easy.
Off. Yep, get it done. All right, let's go. Next stock, please. Now, one stock apiece in this game one here, and Jeff, who was off to a bit of a slow start as Loras was just kind of bopping him, now has kind of battled his way back here, and now still a little bit behind, but really not by much.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I think some people used to pick specifically Thor is because of his high defense. He can tank a lot of damage. Yes, Kaya also has relatively high defense, but that's one thing that's working really well for Jeff, is his ability to just eat a bunch of damage and then throw it back at Loras.
Okay. Right now, oh, okay, I think we just saw a dare attempt come out. Just that one's not going to be able to get it. Loras now the disruptor here, stopping Jeff from really kind of getting any offensive pressure started, but Jeff does finally find an opening, but not for long.
I really like this option from Loras, going for the spear in the matchup against the orb of Jeff. Knows Jeff's going a lot of aerials. Guess what? Spear side air can challenge those aerials, but Jeff catches Loras from behind. There again, there's that side air. Down sig, and that'll KO.
Yep. Great pickup right there. Loras going to be able to take away that game one. Well, I am a little bit worried about the strong start you had there. And I know that, you know, you've mentioned that Thor has a high defense, so it does allow him to live for a little bit longer. But I feel like the offensive pressure that we saw Loras start this game off with really start to falter and slow down as the game progressed. Now, maybe that's just Jeff making some adaptations, you know, trying to play a bit more patient here. But I feel like Loras could have put pedal to the metal just a little bit harder.
Yeah, there were definitely a lot of moments where it felt like Loras started off really strong, had a lot of really good aggression, and then Jeff started making some slight adaptations. Specifically, I'm thinking about that orb and that ability to kind of space out Loras. Here we go, game number 2. Loras starting off with the spear, definitely the weapon he wants against Jeff's orb.
Yeah, and Orb has definitely done a pretty good job for a lot of people of just trying to slow the game down. I mean, it kind of makes sense too. You know, it's like a ball, and like I think about the San Antonio Spurs. They're really good at like slowing the game down here, and it just kind of makes sense to me. It all adds up.
Shout out to Tim Duncan. Am I right? Was I right?
Yeah, he's like one of the best power forwards of all time. Yeah, San Antonio. But we're in the land of the Hawks, so let's try to keep it more focused here then.
Well, you know. Jeff with a nice side air. Again, just kind of using the aerial game of the orb. Lores with a really low side air, but now he's got the stage control, chase dodging, ground pound, gonna get beaten out by the recovery from Jeff.
Yep. Definitely a good way to scout it out, but good stuff from Jeff. Just recognizes the situation, getting himself back on the stage. Gets an opening, but not for long. Gets the weapon knocked out of his hand. Lores, I feel like he had something he really could have made happen there, but just was not able to get that pressure, just keeping Jeff on that back foot.
Yeah, and Lores is definitely recognizing Jeff's damaged. Yeah, he's going to start throwing out the SIGs, and it's the down SIG to take down Jeff. Wants to stick with the spear, likely, because Jeff's next weapon, again, going to be that orb.
Okay. Now, right now, Jeff kind of dancing around here, trying to see if he can find a way to take this stock right back. Even things up as best as possible. But Lores, you know, kind of recognizing after that first game, look, I know you like to slow things down a bit, so we're going to slow things down while I'm in the lead. And I'm just going to slowly rack up this damage, you know, my patented onesies, twosies, and just try to build up a lead as much as possible before losing that stock.
Yeah, really good job from Jeff, though, coming in, getting that recovery underneath Lores. Didn't try to fish too hard for like a sidelight side air on the orb.
Okay. There we go. Jeff trying to chase here a little bit, gets punished by Lores with the recovery on his own.
Side air from behind, down SIG, he's gonna charge it, and Lores challenges the down SIG, and that's gonna be Jeff, gets sent up. That's a burn dodge. Jeff goes for the bounce, but Lores stays to the outside.
I like that. Dump the bow, pick up the spear. Try to put down some more pressure here. Oh, okay, just barely drops that.
Yeah.
And now Jeff unarmed, gets the orb back in hand, but it does not matter. To the top you go.
Caught him with the side SIG, saw the spacing, and that's gonna be Jeff going down to his final stock here in game number 2. There's the weapon spawn, but Lores gets to deny, and he's got the juggles, or at least he did.
Yeah, I mean, but also you get right back to the spear too. Okay, I was gonna say, we're gonna try and keep that away, but now we're seeing the hammer come out, which we haven't seen a whole lot of here. And, you know, maybe it's because of just, you know, what disadvantage it put him in while Lores was able to get these openings. But I feel like now's probably a good time to bring this out, get some of those strong hits. Barely whiffs on the Sair, just a little bit lower. That would have been the stock for sure.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the stats of the last game, Jeff was only able to put out 52 damage on his hammer in game number 1. Likely gonna see similar numbers here in game number 2.
Okay, now Lores with the bow. I like that, jumps over him. He did get attempted to punish, just wasn't able to find a hit with the stops there, closing out that second stock. And now we're in another last stock scenario here, but Lores still in the lead, could push this to a 2-0. Let's see what Jeff has in the gas tank.
And it looks like he wants to stick with the hammer here. Nice stomp into the end SIG. Saw Lores stacked up. That's optimal for damage when you're on the Undertaker. Good sidelight spacing out Lores.
Yep, and I like the fact that you're kind of going for the hammer here. You know, it is a bit of a slower weapon, but I feel like you do have a little bit of a longer reach. You do got to rev that up a little bit, go for some stronger reads, but if it works, you could find yourself a W. But Lores, great poking tools of his own right now. And again, puts him off stage, no weapon in hand for Jeff. Whoa,
down
what
SIG.
a call out. The down SIG gonna take out that final stock, going up 2-0.
Really smart of Lores. He had the platform. He could throw out any option he wanted, grounded, and he's like, hey, what's got the most active frames? What can cover the most things? Down SIG. Jeff Wardo now going down 2-0 to Lores.
Summoning the literal vortex of the weapon, just try and build up some damage and take out that stock. Beautifully played from Lores, well scouted as well.
But to Jeff's credit, he was able to put out a little bit more damage on the hammer, put out 185 versus the 217 of his orb. On the other side, Lores very heavily leaning into that spear, 420 damage put out from his spear.
Yeah, we know what he favors, that's for sure. I mean, it's not like the bow is not an option. It's just, I think with just who he's fighting here, the spear just makes a lot of sense as well. You know, like you can poke out the orb a little bit, and when the hammer comes up, you still kind of have the frame data to be able to deal with it. So I think Lores is in a good spot. I don't think anything needs to change. We're going to go right back to the same map as well. Let's see what Jeff has got. I mean, you do get that first weapon spawn, so that's not bad.
Yeah, but he also got a boot to the face for going for it. Lores able to pick up a bow to start this one off. Jeff with the spacing, actually avoiding some stuff, but here comes Lores. Ooh, thought Jeff was gonna go low. That's why we went for that down air.
Oh man, I do like that too. Getting back to the stage and also dodging what Jeff was trying to throw out, getting a small reversal just for a little bit of extra damage. Nothing super crazy.
This is the Nair. Lores staying grounded right now against Jeff. Another neutralite. Jeff with the weapon toss. Gets him back down onto the stage, but Lores really playing this poking game.
Okay, time to get back on stage here, though. I love the patience that Lores has.
Sure.
I mean, maybe the pressure's just there for Jeff, and he feels like he has to do something, and Lores is just kind of gobbling that up every single time. Another stock gone.
Oh.
Yeah, we're keeping this train going.
These signatures from Lores are KOing very quickly. Jeff Wardo in a lot of trouble right now. He is playing almost a full stock behind Lores.
Yeah, almost, yeah. It's not looking too good. And right now, again, you can use that spear to kind of build up a little bit more damage. And yeah, you're about to lap in percentage here, but Jeff finds an opening finally. Feels like so long since we've seen any offense from him.
Oh, the wall bounce actually not hitting Loras there. Loras fighting his way back onto the stage relatively easy. Okay. Another. Go for 3.
I mean, we may as well. Okay, good recovers way high. I do like that, though. Loras just covered the lower option, and granted, I feel like you could have traced him down a little bit and probably got a big punish, but you know what? I mean, you kind of just showed him your hand twice, and now Jeff is probably going to recover high the next time. You go for the punish then as well.
Good sidelight side air from Jeff. He's going safe with the weapon toss, but leaves himself unarmed. There's the weapon spawn. He's got advantage right now, but Lora's the threat. You see Jeff falling off stage. He's so scared of Loras.
And I like that there too. Loras definitely had a few options, and depending on where you go, could he go higher to the left side, try to go for the weapon spawn, or does he drop to the right? Drops to the right, but Jeff was waiting for that option and got the punish for it, taking the stock in the process here, but that bow comes right back out for Loras, sending him to the top, not quite gonna take it in the corner.
Still able to get onto the stage. No punish here. Loras throwing out some ranged attacks, and Jeff threatening, but he's not able to get in on Loras.
You know, the third time's a charm, right? Surely. But after 3 tries, no luck at all. And now we're going to go back to a bit of neutral here before he takes up the stock anyway. And we're kind of like wash, rinse, repeat, right back to where we were in that first stock. Almost a whole stock ahead.
I really like that side signature from Loras. Like, a lot of people like to go for that dash jump, dash dance, kind of just back and forth. And Loras, he's like, I'm just going to cover all of that. I don't want to mess around with it.
All right, now Jeff certainly taking his time. Maybe the pressure's starting to kind of build up here. I mean, we are on the elimination side of things. This is potentially your final stock of the tournament here. And Jeff trying to make a big play. Oh no, 1, not 2, a 3.
Unfortunately, can't get to the center of the Jeff Wardle lollipop just yet, but a downlight side air sends him off stage again. Ground pound, a little bit of an awkward play because he was below Jeff, but you know what? He's got the lead.
Oh, dude, I love a good weapon toss and picking it up and trying to extend the combo. It just looks so good, so fluid, but now no weapon in hand for Jeff. Unarmed for the moment here, but there we go, hammer in hand. This could definitely take the stock for you, and the Sig will be able to take it, 1 stock apiece. Oh no, okay, I was about to say, I thought Loras was gonna get back to take the weapon from you. I was like, Jeff, what are you doing?
He needs the weapon control as long as he can have it, but Loras immediate pickup, gets the pogo, gets a weapon toss. Jeff Wardle cannot afford to get hit by any of the KO tools Loras has.
Oh, okay, what a great read. Okay, the Stair gonna be able to close that out, and Loras takes it in a strong 3-0 fashion. Everything did go to a last stock scenario, but unfortunately, just not enough on the plate.
Just couldn't quite get that final bite. Jeff Wardle playing incredibly well, but that, I think, is going to end his run for this BCX 2024. Meanwhile, Kaya, or should I say...